Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. Guys, welcome. Hold on, let me turn this off because we don't need lots of sounds going on behind us. There we go. Lots of things going on here. Let me take a sip. Guys, if you're just joining us, of course, this is going to be our recap of Below Deck Season 9, Episode 1, and I am in. I don't know about you, but during the pandemic, I got very much involved with Below Deck. I started a little bit of Below Deck Med, but that's part of the reason why I didn't cover it this past season, because I haven't finished. But I've already watched Below Deck from season 1 to season 8, and I've watched certain seasons over again. I still miss Kate Chastain, but we shall see what Heather will bring. So far, I'm not loving Heather, but we'll get into Below Deck. We did have some breaking news while I was busy earlier today. Of course, we will be recapping The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. That's 5 p.m. Pacific time. That is 2 a.m. in the Netherlands. You're not going to get all these time from it. Set your reminders, subscribe to the channel, join our Texan community. Shout out to everyone that's already in the chat. I appreciate you all being here. What's going on to everyone in there? Don't forget to drop your crowns and your elephants and let me know where you're watching from. We did have some breaking news that I want to get into, and it's all Real Housewives of Beverly Hills related. I was going to wait until a little bit later on, but this news has been going on all day. I was out of the office and I couldn't get the news to you. But if you're part of our Texan community, then you got that information. There was some breaking news from TMZ in regards to Yolanda Hadid. That's a name we haven't spoken about in a while. However, we did talk about her this season on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills because Erica used her as an excuse as to why she found out Tom was cheating. None of Erica's stories make sense, but we'll talk about that later. Let's get into this Yolanda Hadid story because it's kind of shocking. It's a little shocking to me because she's accusing Zayn Malik, the singer, formerly of One Direction, of striking her. Okay, so according to TMZ, Yolanda Hadid claims that Zayn Malik, Yolanda, formerly of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, just in case you didn't know, claims Zayn Malik, the singer, struck her last week, and she's seriously considering filing a police report, sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ. TMZ sources say Yolanda says it happened at some point last week. We don't have the details of what she claims triggered the alleged assault, but we're told Yolanda stands by her account. She claims Zayn struck her. Ooh. Zayn posted on his social media, he's a private person and did not want this to become public. But, and this is a quote, "In an effort to protect the space for my daughter, I agreed to not to contest claims arising from an argument I had with a family member of my partner's who entered our home while my partner was away several weeks ago. This was and still should be a private matter, but it seems for now there is divisiveness, and despite my efforts to restore us to a peaceful family environment that will allow for me to co-parent my daughter in a manner in which she deserves, this has been leaked to the press." And I'm thinking that this was leaked to the press by Yolanda. I think that's what he's insinuating, allegedly. A recent update in regards to the story, Zayn tells TMZ directly, "I adamantly deny striking Yolanda Hadid, and for the sake of my daughter, I decline to give any further details, and I hope that Yolanda will reconsider her false allegations and move towards healing these family issues in private." This says to me there's more going on here that we don't know about. And it makes me wonder, is something going on with Yolanda? But not to say that Zayn is completely innocent either. Not sure. But if anything, right now, he seems to be wanting to handle this privately because I think there's something else going on. You may recall that Gigi Hadid and Zayn, they've had an on-again, off-again relationship, but mostly on recently. And they just recently had a child together, a daughter. And it seemed as if they were all a very much happy family. But so when I saw this news alert, I was like, what? Yolanda's accusing Zayn? So if you just joined us, we're talking about Yolanda Hadid, formerly of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, formerly Yolanda Foster. She was married to David Foster at one point. She has now taken back the name, her other married name. And she's making claims against Gigi Hadid, her daughter's boyfriend and baby's father, Zayn Malik, saying that he, quote, striked her last week. I don't know, but we're going to continue to follow this story just because I saw this and I said, what? What is happening here? But according to Zayn, he's telling TMZ directly that he denies categorically, I'm saying it like that, striking Yolanda Hadid. And according to the leaked story, you know what I always say, these sources are usually the celebrity that we're talking about. So it wouldn't surprise me if Yolanda has leaked this to the media, because why else would this be out there? And I know this has to be a very difficult situation because it'd be different if it was a situation with Gigi and her mom. No, it's a situation between Gigi's boyfriend and her mom. This is like 90 Day Fiance. This is messy. This is messy. Guys, if you're just joining us, Lisa H says strikes who? Yolanda Hadid is alleging that Zayn Malik, the singer, formerly of One Direction, struck her during a family situation last week and that she's seriously considering pressing charges. This is a messy situation. We're going to continue to follow this, but according to Zayn, he would like to keep this situation private, rightfully so, because what else do we hear about Zayn and Gigi's relationship? We really look. I think for a moment there, we didn't even realize they got back together, and then we didn't know that she was pregnant. I don't even remember when she gave birth. Either way, as I said to you before, we will continue to follow this story and more Real Housewives of Beverly Hills breaking news. Dorit Kemsley earlier today, you saw the exclusive news from the Daily Mail. They exclusively reporting that Dorit Kemsley's home was invaded by 3 intruders. Dorit had just arrived home from London with her 2 children. PK is still in London. I'm sure at this point he's on a flight back to be with Dorit. She was held at gunpoint. They took jewelry. They took bags. And if you know, and you know, the thing about reality TV, we're all in their houses, you know, especially in Beverly Hills, they're flaunting, you know, their riches and things like that. And when I sent this information to my texting community, a lot of people had speculation. You know, we reported that Dorit was on the chopping block to be fired for season 12. Okay. As you know, they just started filming the season, like officially started filming the season this week. We even got to see photos of Erica Jane and Garcelle out and about filming for season 12. They did film Portia's bat mitzvah. They did film something else. I think another Kyle related thing that we won't be interested in. So a lot of people are speculating that this might be for a storyline. I don't know about that. One thing I'm just happy about is that nothing, you know, the kids weren't harmed. So reportedly, the intruders made their way into the home via the children's playroom. 3 men threatened to kill her. And she says that, you know, she's telling them, you know, I have children, I am a mother. That's a scary situation. I don't really love to speculate, oh, is this for a storyline? I would hope people wouldn't play with things like that. Unfortunately, people have played with things like that. We're looking at you, Tom Girardi. I'm not going to say Erica Jane. We're looking at you, Tom Girardi, and the alleged home invasion that happened, where then he had cataracts and I don't know, another Erica story. Now I'm looking at you, Erica. So I don't like to play with those particular stories. I would hope that this would not be for a storyline. And I know that has to be hurtful to hear that people are going to speculate that, oh, maybe this is a storyline. Because here's the thing, I also get why people might speculate this, partially because at the top of this happens literally the day before you're supposed to start filming. We hear that Lisa Renna and Erica Jane were seen going to Dorit's home. Today they're supposed to start filming as a cast and things like that. So I get why people are speculating, oh, is this for a storyline? Because there were rumors that Dorit very much, we've questioned throughout the season, what's the point of Dorit being on the show? She doesn't have a storyline. We know they're going to cover this because they were supposed to start filming with Dorit today. They're going to start covering this. We know we more than likely will get this on the show. The other part of this, because I like to give you guys a full scope of everything. There are people, first of all, Dorit Kemsley's home was invaded by 3 men. Okay, this is what the Daily Mail is exclusively reporting. Even the exclusive report makes me question things. Okay, but we'll put that to the side. So, according to this report, Dorit Kemsley's home was invaded by 3 men that came through the children's playroom. The children were home with her. PK's in London. It was just Dorit. They threatened to kill her. One person, I believe, said, kill her. It's a very scary situation. No one wants to go through this. I don't care about the speculations as the storyline. Look, I'm just happy that the end of this story, Dorit is okay. But here's the thing. I know someone that was robbed. Not in some big fancy mansion. I just know the aftermath of being robbed. It's in the moment it's scary, but it's everything after being robbed that's even more scary. It's still triggering to people after it's happened. So look, we have all kinds of opinions about Dorit, but we would not want to wish anything like this on Dorit or those 2 adorable children that she has that we love on the show. But of course, I have to report to you what people are saying. People are speculating that this is for a storyline. What we're hearing, Lisa Renna and Erica Jane did arrive at her home today. They did make away with lots of jewelry and handbags, as you already know. I even saw, I think it's the Bravo Fashion on IG said that they're going to stop reporting on the fashion and what's in some of these reality stars' closets because they feel it's their responsibility not to highlight those things because people are watching. Y'all wonder why I get so cryptic and I tell people, don't tell people where I'm going or where I'm going to be or when I'm going to be there. I don't need people violating my personal space. Look, we put ourselves out here as content creators. Yeah, we're not a Dorit or we're not a celebrity, but you're still putting yourself out there. There are people still watching. They don't care if you are a millionaire or not. If they can get a couple of dollars, they're going to get a couple of dollars. The other thing that we have to also keep in mind, the breaking in, the home invasions in California is a serious issue. That actually is something that does happen a lot. Like the situation with Kyle. Kyle literally were just talking about Lisa Renna, Andy telling Lisa Renna, you need to get that stuff out of there. We talked about Kyle, missing those earrings that Mauricio had gotten for her. So there's a lot of elements to this that we should keep in mind. This is not new. A lot of people are wondering, is Teddy's husband the one who provided security? I have not confirmed that. I've heard rumors that he is the one. We definitely know he definitely is the one that set up the one for Kyle, but it wasn't fully set up when Kyle's home was broken into. This is not good for business, Teddy, if he is the one. As I said to you before, we'll talk more about that later on. We are going to go live at 8 p.m. Eastern to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion for season 11, part 3. So stay tuned for that. That'll be at 8 p.m. Eastern. TikTok, what's going on? Let's get into this Below Deck recap. I can't believe I was ranting and raving for 15 minutes, but I wanted to get that breaking news out to you guys. Below Deck season 9 is fully underway, and I'm here for it. This first episode was kind of slow to start. It was slow to start, but based on the preview for the rest of season 9, oh my God. First of all, Frasier, He's giving me just his commentary. He's giving me Kate Chastain. The commentary, the humor, the sassiness, the already the okay, let me look. Let me get my I always forget to put my photos up. I always forget to put my photos up, but here we are. Where's my below deck stuff? Why is it not coming up now? Hold on, y'all. Because I had here we go. Because I had moved it. Oh my gosh. Chef Rachel is back too. He's getting first of all, there's gonna be a hookup. We're gonna get to see some man on man action on below deck. I don't think we've ever seen that. And I didn't, it was so unexpected. I was like, what is happening here? A three-way kiss. And then more kisses between the two guys. I blushed. I blushed. But what I'm looking forward to that. But I'm looking forward to him. He is so funny. He is so funny to me. When the first of all, I love the fact that they had some black girls as their first guests, and these black girls had me cracking up. And when one of the black girls said, I need a gun, I said, and then he said, "Oh, how very Republican," as he walked away. Frasier's one to watch. I think we're gonna see more Frasier on Below Deck. I don't know who casted him, but good job casting. But the thing that I love about Below Deck is that it's a real reality show because these guys can't just go on this boat and not know what they're doing. Shout out to Eddie. Eddie is back. Eddie had some rough seasons. If you've been watching Below Deck, Eddie's had some rough seasons, and I was so uncomfortable for Eddie. I was so uncomfortable for Eddie, especially when he cheated on his girlfriend. Is he still with this girlfriend? Is he still with the girlfriend? You know what the thing I respect about Eddie? He's good at his job. He's unproblematic until, only on that season, on that one particular season where he was a little problematic. But Chef Rachel, oh my God, this woman, if you've been watching Below Deck, then you know that Chef Rachel is a mess. You know that Chef Rachel is a mess. Chef Rachel, there's something not right with her. I thought maybe it was the alcohol, but if you watch this episode, she wasn't drinking. And then her interaction with Captain Sean, he's working Eddie's nerve. Captain Sean is working Eddie's nerve, but Captain Sean is weird. I need Captain Lee to come back. I don't need the captain to have a major personality. Captain Sean's weird to me, right? Is it just me? And then his interaction with Chef Rachel, I was like, are they going to sleep together? What's happening here? What is happening here? My TikTok chat, Shammy says, Eddie is my king. Eddie's great. Eddie has a great personality. Eddie is sort of like the Cynthia of the situation, Cynthia Bailey of the situation. He balances out all the nuttiness of everyone else, and he's funny and goofy. I remember the first season that we got Eddie, we didn't know that goofy side. We just got a very serious, buttoned up Eddie, but that was all editing because when we saw the reunion, they showed all these other moments of Eddie. So Eddie's goofy, and we're going to see more of the goofiness this season, and I like that. But he's not the one bringing the crazy. The one that's bringing the crazy is this one. Chef Rachel is a mess. She's a mess. Like that one particular scene when they're in the kitchen with her and Captain Sean, I'm like, what is she doing? Even her comment on Captain Sean being short and trying to find his. But she's great for reality TV. You know how I feel about reality TV, and she's going to be great. She's going to be great for reality TV. I don't know how I feel about this one. I can't not look at her mouth. Am I the only one? This is not body shaming. I just cannot help look at her mouth. This is Heather. She's the chief stew. I miss Kate Chastain. There was a rumor that Kate was going to come back because she had moved back to Florida, but I guess that was wrong. I don't know how I feel about this one. She's very unorganized. I'm team, I don't believe in the team stuff, but right now I'm team Frasier because Frasier is trying to do stuff and Heather is trying to make him do other things. Like, let me focus on one thing. But I just think those personalities are going to bump heads. I'm open to Heather. Look, it's only the first episode, but there was nothing endearing. There was nothing endearing. And let me show you the full cast. So this is the full cast. Of course, Captain Lee. Lord, I didn't even realize Captain Lee's last name. Of course, Captain Sean. I wonder if Captain Sean will be their entire season. I hope not. I hope as soon as Captain Lee comes on, he gets off. Eddie, of course. Chef Rachel. Chef Rachel's going to probably be the breakout star because of how nutty she's going to be this season. Heather's been on. Guys, let me know in the chat. Has Heather been on other episodes of Below Deck Med? Because she looks familiar. I know she hasn't been on Below Deck. Jessica didn't really stand out to me in this episode. Guys, if you just joined us, we're talking about Below Deck. I know I'm a little late with getting to the recap, but everything's been pushed back this week because I just got back. Excuse me. We didn't get a lot from Jessica this week, but it seems as if people are going to be in love with Jessica later. To me, Frasier was the breakout star of this episode. Frasier gave me life in this episode. His humor, his wit, his sass, all of that. Raina, not sure, but we're going to get more from Raina. Raina's going to be a part of that three-way kiss. Wes, though. Can we talk about Wes? Hey, Wes. Wes is cute. Wes is gonna have a little romantic situation on the. That's what we watched Below Deck. We watched Below Deck because there's gonna be romantic situations between them. We also watch it because we're going to get some really humorous moments from the charter guests. These charter guests were perfect to start off the season. They were hilarious. And Jake is going to be in the mix of everything. Jake's going to be kissing girls. He's going to be kissing guys. And I'm here for the fluidity. I'm here for it. Lee says, Frasier, brilliant. He's so funny. From the episode 1, Frasier is a breakout star for me. He's giving me Kate Chastain. I wonder... you know what? I don't know if we needed a Frasier and a Kate in the same season. That might be too much, but I kind of want to see what that would look like. But I also think they might be at war, right? I think they might be at war. Guys, if you're just joining us, we have almost 100 people in the room. Be sure to like the video if you haven't liked it already. Shout out to my moderators that are already in the chat and our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, head on over to TeamKempire.com. Also, if you would like your own coldest water bottle, head on over to the description in the description of this video for a link. The discount code is KEMP10 for your coldest water bottle. Keeps your water cold for 36 plus hours. Comes in multiple colors and sizes. Get them while they last because I know a lot of people have been telling me the pink has been sold out. So stay tuned for when they bring those back. Shout out to you guys that have been texting me and tagging me in your stories and your pictures of your coldest water bottle. Someone told me that I can't remember the full story, but they were saying that in school because of COVID, having your own, you can't use the fountains and things like that. So one of our watchers got one for their kid, and it's been a huge success. So they have multiple sizes all the way down to 12 ounces. Get one for your kid, especially in COVID times, and also to encourage your kids to drink water. Okay. So back to this. We're talking about Below Deck. This won't be long. We're going to go live again at 8 p.m. Eastern to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So set your reminders. I already posted the link for that. We are now talking about the first episode. The first episode, look, it was a starter episode. It wasn't the best episode, but based on the preview, there's going to be a lot more to see. I want to see more Wes. Wes didn't really bring a lot in this episode, but I'm okay with that. You can't have too many characters in one show. If you have too many characters in one show, then it just doesn't work. Shantae says Chef Ben is here in the area. Oh, wait, in the DMV? Shantae? Chef Ben is so great. If you are a fan of Below Deck or Below Deck Med, then you know who Chef Ben is. He's brilliant as well. He's really, really great. But Chef Rachel, although I don't love her, I think she's good reality TV. She is, from the first episode, we're getting a very interesting Rachel. Boxer Girl says, fan of Chef Ben. Shantae says, not digging the new captain. Thankfully, the new captain is only temporary. The new captain is running Eddie's blood pressure up. He's very weird about, he like, oh, let's make it needs to be this way. But if you've ever worked with a new manager, a new director, whatever it may be, it's always something like this. You have to kind of get used to their quirks. And Captain Sean, seems to have a lot of quirks. I love Captain Lee too. I love Captain Lee on the show. I just want to preface that. I love Captain Lee on the show, but Captain Lee, something's going on with Captain Lee. We will get Captain Lee later on. I'm not sure how much further into the season we're going to get Captain Lee. Hopefully it's not too long. Sorry, Captain Sean. I was like, you know what? Let me wait to the episode, but I was already from the top of the episode. I am not feeling this captain. He's giving me below deck sailing yacht captain. I forgot his name. But he talked about axing people. He's like, I'm not going to give you a warning. I'm going to just cut you. So far, everything is cool and everything is good in the hood for Below Deck this first episode. There wasn't a lot to talk about because we're just getting introduced. But if you saw the preview, there's a lot that's going to be coming. There's a lot that's going to be coming. Lee says, I hope it's not Captain Lee's heart. I mean, whatever it is, Captain Lee does come. We do see Captain Lee come in the preview. Danielle says, I think I'm gonna love Raina. So happy to have Below Deck back, my favorite one of the three shows. I agree, Danielle. Below Deck, I haven't watched Below Deck Med. I'm into Below Deck Med, but I haven't watched it completely. But a lot of people love Below Deck Med too. But I've watched Below Deck a couple of times, and if I can watch a season over again, and I literally just watched it, tells me that it's good. And I love Kate on the show, but this one, hold on. Frasier is one to watch. Frasier is one to watch. He's one to watch. He's funny. He's gonna give it, because here's the difference. Kate was great for the show. However, Kate didn't really get mixed up in the debauchery of the ship. She wasn't sleeping around on the ship. She got off the ship and she slept around, allegedly. He's going to get into the debauchery, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I want to see it. I'm ready for it. Let's go. Oh my! I couldn't think of his name, Boxer Girl. Josiah, I love Josiah. Josiah was funny, but Josiah didn't get me. Josiah was a little bit more, and for lack of a better word, he was a little bit more stuffy. Remember, the last season, Josiah was being flown in, but then the pandemic happened, and we didn't get any Josiah. I love Josiah and Kate's relationship. I wish we could have seen that happen, but pandemic. But this is no Josiah. Frasier is no Josiah. Frasier is, and this was the first episode, and based on the preview, we're going to get a lot more of Frasier. I'm ready for the humor. To me, he is the male Kate Chastain, and that's a huge compliment. You're welcome. You're welcome. Oh yes, Josiah is on Galley Talk too. I never watched that. I probably should watch it because that probably would be interesting to watch. It's sort of like Pillow Talk for a 90 Day Fiance. Guys, if you're just joining us, we of course are recapping Below Deck, the episode this week. We're going to be recapping it more and more. Stay tuned. I will be dropping by Down with Jason's channel, not next week, but the following week, to join his conversation with Below Deck. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe there so you don't miss that. Hold on. Let me see what you guys are saying. Let me see. Exactly, Sonia. Sonia says, I can't deal with a micromanager boss. And that's exactly what we're getting from Mr. Captain Sean. Captain Sean is a mess. Captain Sean is a mess. Captain Sean is right next to Captain Lee. I'm liking this cast so far. There are a lot of people in this cast that aren't necessarily giving us a lot in this first episode, but I think Shantae says, yeah. Sailing Out is overkill. And the ratings reflect that. The ratings definitely reflect that. I don't think Sailing Out did very well. I tried giving it a shot. I just couldn't get into it, even though there was some tea about Sailing Out. One of the um, what do they call them? Oh my goodness. I can't even think of their official titles. But one of them got pregnant by the tall one. And we didn't know if it was, we still don't know if that's really his baby, but she's pretty sure that it is. Let me see. Shanti says Med is good too. Yeah, a lot of people say Med is good too. I enjoyed it. Russ says season finale of Below Deck Med Galley Talk was last Friday. Hopefully they bring it back for Below Deck as well. I'm sure they will. I think Below Deck Med it did very well in the ratings. If you watch the ratings like I do, Below Deck Med was doing very well. They would get over 1 million viewers for their episodes. So I think that's part of the reason as well. Who's a cutie, Shantae? What are we talking about? I liked SY in the first season, but Glenn is so disappointing. I find that he just lets them walk over. Yeah, he's not really like a captain. We're so used to people like Captain Sandy or Captain Lee that when you come in, it's like, no, you can't have them walk over you, especially on a Sailing Out where it's these small living conditions. Come on now. I got to get into Below Deck Med. I got to finish up Below Deck Med so I can be ready for next season. All right. Boxer Girl says Hannah's long gone from Below Deck Med. And that's the seasons that I was watching with Hannah. She's a good Chief Stew. She's a good Chief Stew. I don't know about Heather. I'm on the fence with Heather, but this is just the beginning. But I already have a feeling. I'm not gonna love Heather this season. But I'm okay with that. This first episode was a solid episode. The first episodes are usually just to be, the introduction to the cast of characters. We got some sassy interaction between Heather and my new favorite Frasier on the show. So we got some moments. We got some moments with these two. And I'm on Frasier's side. I feel like as the Chief Stew, you really should be a little bit more organized. You want him to do one thing, he's running to do another thing. Look, he's learning how to do chocolate martinis. Frasier is the man. He's making me laugh. He's learning things on the fly. Poor Eddie, his blood pressure is being run up by Captain Sean. Mind you, and I wonder if that was a producer thing, because we always see Eddie so calm and cool and collected. You think the producers said to Sean, Captain Sean, we need you to go at Eddie. We want to see Eddie flustered this season. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise these producers. Yes, thank you, Diana. Shout out to my mod. 81 people are in the chat. Be sure to like the video if you haven't liked it already. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. And if you are watching the replay of this, be sure to let me know your favorite moment and favorite new reality star on Below Deck. I decided we will figure out a date and time, just because everything airs sort of like at the top of the week, and then by the end of the week, there's nothing. So we're going to figure out our schedule. Don't forget, we also will be going, tomorrow's Friday, right? We're going to go live tomorrow to cover Queens on ABC. And we're going to talk about Insecure and all the side information that's been coming out. So stay tuned for that. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Stephanie says, yes, the producers. I just had that thought right now. I feel like the producers told Captain Sean, let's get Eddie frazzled, because Eddie usually is, the Cynthia of the situation. He's just sort of there, and he adds his little goofy moments, but I think they want to kind of get something out of him. Sonia says the temporary captain and his exterior design obsession absurd. These ladies are about to take off his head if they don't get to the beach with a quickness. Oh my! I love these first charter guests. So it will be interesting more that we get to see of them next week. I'm just sad that I'm like, oh my gosh. I felt like there could have been more for this first episode, but I get it. They're warming us up based on the preview for what's to come this season. It's going to be an interesting season. There's going to be some man on man action. There's going to be a 3-way kiss. There's going to be fights. Captain Lee comes back. I hope we're not waiting multiple episodes for Captain Lee to come back. I kind of need Captain Lee to come back next week, but probably not. They're still on the same charter. So probably not. Captain Lee probably, if he comes at the end of the episode, I'll be happy. But Captain Lee dealing with a situation. Captain Lee's dealing with a situation. Amira says, I agree for sure the producers amped up Captain Sean. Did you guys see how Captain Sean was looking at this one? I think Captain Sean wants her. Oh, not that one. This one. Chef Rachel. I love the fact that we're back on the My Sienna. Doesn't it feel like at home when we're on a yacht that we've seen multiple times? They're in St. Kitts, and I know we have a lot of followers that watch us in St. Kitts, so shout out to everyone in St. Kitts. This season of Below Deck is in St. Kitts. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful area. I was a little nervous, though, for Captain Sean, though. When he was pulling that boat out, I don't believe... He said that he's been a captain since he was a young guy. And I mean, I get that he probably has the experience, but I was a little nervous when he was moving that yacht. I was like, does he really know what he's doing? There's just something about Captain Lee. Captain Lee gives us the comfortability, the assurance, the confidence that he knows what he's doing. I don't get that from Captain Sean. I'm nervous. Danielle says, Rachel cracks me up in her confession. Rachel, I'm concerned for Rachel. I really thought it was the liquor, the previous season that she was on. But I'm starting to think that it might be something else. It might be. Is she still with that man? It seems like she's single this season. So maybe she's not with that man anymore. I can't imagine being with her, honestly. Stephanie says, wasn't Chef Rachel a bit of a mess during a price? Yes, Stephanie. She was more than a bit of a mess. I even showed a little bit of a clip from that season where she was talking to Captain Lee all crazy, but she was drunk. I think they never admitted that she was drunk. That was what made it so weird. It's like, she's clearly drunk, right? Or on something. We never got to the bottom of that. I don't even think they talked about it during the reunion. They talked about it, but they didn't say that she was drunk. So I was like, that wasn't her, normal. Brandy says, no, they broke up. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Daniel said, yep, she's single. Brandy says, on the reunion last season, she said they broke. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Oh, I forgot. See how quickly you forget things? But you never know. They could have got back together. The way these relationships go. Amir says, I think now that Rachel saw the attention she got from her craziness of last season, she's now playing it up for the cameras to get the same attention. That part. Because it felt right out the gate. That's what we got. Because we didn't get that right out the gate when we first were introduced to her. So it was kind of weird. Like from the moment she was there, it was like... And that's why sometimes it's not good to bring people back. I wouldn't have missed Chef Rachel if she didn't come back, to be honest with you. I was sort of over her from that last season that she was on. Guys, if you just joined us, we're talking about Chef Rachel, this woman. This one. I wouldn't have missed her if she didn't come back. I wouldn't have missed her. Oh my God, that's why she looked so familiar. Last season, they showed that Rachel was on a season of America's Next Top. I completely forgot. Ooh, there we go. Elaine says, no filter is real. It lives in Rachel. Okay. Box Girl says, there was an article where Captain Lee says that his return won't be all the fans should look forward to this season. It was a totally unique year. It's unlike any other season that we've had. If that's coming from Captain Lee, I believe it, because he doesn't BS. Wow. Okay. I mean, based on what we saw in this preview, as I said to you before, I am locked in for the current season of of Below Deck. We're going to continue to recap it here every single week here on the channel. So if you are a fan of Below Deck, be sure to subscribe. If you are watching the replay of this, I want to know your thoughts on this very first episode. Are you Team Frasier or are you Team Heather? Of course you're Team Frasier. Frasier is so much fun. Come on. And if you're Team Heather, then you're not fun. I'm joking. I'm joking. Thank you guys so much for being here. Shout out to my mod. Shout out to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. Shout out to everyone watching on multiple platforms. We're going to go live again at 8 p.m. Eastern to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion part 3. I know that you guys have a lot to say, so subscribe. Hit the set reminders on that video. I've already posted the link for that video, so be sure to check that out. Exactly. Captain Lee is a straight shooter. Thank you all for being here. I will see you guys later. I'm going to go eat so that I'm not cranky at 8 p.m. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.